What if I told you Usimamane never actually had a beef with Nasty C, Aries, Blakey, or any of the others? What if it was all a plan operating under the name Project 031 Usimamane by Gamma Records? But did you know that Usimamane stand out in the South African hip-hop history as the artist towards whom a remarkable number of his peers seemingly directed disses? This begs the question, why will so many artists appear to target Usimamane? Was it a calculated strategy leading to some to label him an industry plant? Will others still call him the greatest young hip-hop artist in the streets of South Africa right now? Welcome to Record Institution, where the next generation of artists come to learn the ins and outs of the entertainment industry. On February 9, 2024, Blakey dropped the JMJ freestyle, which contained lines that dissed the Usimamane.
I could do one song and shut down the show. Punching in, I do this straight off the dome. I can't cap it all, I say what I know. If the cash of me, I'm feeling at home. Hey, how you hear my shit and steal that whole flow? I know they copy, they impersonate. They just can't be like me, let me demonstrate. I put up, make that shit shake, I'm an earthquake.
Mnyama dissing you on JMJ. Key's reply, yes, says Key. Another fan asked him, seem like you are sure that he was dissing you. Usimamane replied, pretty convinced. You gonna reply to JMJ? He replied, I can trust myself, but I don't want to blow up with beef. I'm doing pretty good right now. I don't want clout. Usimamane's words seemed prophetic as the exact opposite happened. As a part of Project 031, Usimamane plan, Gamma Record had been waiting for the perfect moment to strike. They leaked the screenshot of Usimamane's WhatsApp status, carefully framing it as a 7-month-old post to add fuel to the fire. This way, when Usimamane spoke about the situation in interviews and podcasts, he could frame it as a real response to the controversy rather than a manufactured beef.
So a screenshot is like 7 months old.
Yeah.
What I was saying exactly on screenshots was like it's so crazy that last year I came up with the Filimo and my project. So in my screenshots, it's a misunderstanding, and it's like that. I was so excited how the fuck you play me more than Nasty C, how the fuck you play me more than Blackie. Umuntu engangabu number one, umuntu owayenkeqa mina kwaku Aries.
Yeah.
Yabo. So it's like, oh damn, so Reese is like that?
Yeah.
I gotta come for Reese next year.
But
This pretty much worked perfectly, as Jason gave him even more exposure in the game, huge thanks to the manufactured controversy surrounding Blakey. But people started flooding every social media post about Usimamane, saying he sounds like Nasty C and Blakey when he raps. The question was, will he be able to sustain this momentum, or was he just a flash in the pan? Project 031 Usimamane was going well, with Usimamane trending and his song playing every week in the South African music TV channels. To keep his name fresh in the ears and the streets of South Africa, he teamed up with Lucas Rap to drop a diss track aimed at Blakey, titled My Lighting. However, the song ended up being leaked and Usimamane's team released a statement claiming that the song was never approved for release. The statement read as follows: It's very disheartening to discover that there has been a misuse of Usimamane's vocals on an unauthorized song targeting a fellow musician that has been leaked online or released in possession of Big Gosh Music Group without Usimamane's consent or knowledge. The song, which was leaked earlier today, is a clear attack on Usimamane's character and reputation. The unauthorized lyrics has left Usimamane and his team feeling disrespected and disappointed because during the session they had clearly stated that they do not want any involvement in any fraud between the fellow musicians, which is why he had clearly turned down a space offered to him for a verse on a different song with the same agenda, and also declined the release of the current song in question after hearing what Lucas Rap had to say. All-Star Entity is calling on Big Gosh Music Group to take accountability for the release leaking in their position and to apologize for the song leaking in their position and to apologize for the harm caused by the unauthorized record. Usimamane is also urging his fans to remain calm and not to engage in any negative behavior towards Lucas Raps or his team. I understand that disagreement and creative difference are a part of the music industry, but I will not be dragged into a public fraud or engage in a war of words. Instead, I will focus on continuing to create positive and uplifting music that inspires my fans. Sincerely, All-Star and Tinti. Lucas Rap explained how the song was leaked. However, this situation seems ironic as Usimamane's voice is clearly featured on the song. The leak quickly gained traction online and Lucas Rap ended up releasing his verse separately on social media. Some may say he chickened out. Interestingly, during the leak circulation, Blakey posted a picture with a message stating that he had no beef with Usimamane. The screenshot read as follows. Lol, let me try to explain this for the first and last time. Indona said some weird shit about me on his WhatsApp. So weird that it ended up making its way to me as a screenshot. So I blocked him. JMG freestyle was just a freestyle. I've been saying niggas steal my flow from when I started rapping. Lol. Nothing new. I don't know how he thinks is a diss track. I've never spoken about him and this is the last time I ever will. Mngani wakhe thinks he owns the words big boy or some shit cause I said it in the song and he got touched. But that's okay, I understand the confusion. All of that hoped in that order. They cool people though, I guess. Let them be. Just umpeto omncane that ended up getting to this point. Qhubekani ke. Despite the controversy, Usimamane's name remained in the people's mind, and within a month, he was already planning to drop his project. After Usimamane's check dropped him, everyone was talking about the song, which made it the fastest growing hip-hop song of that semester. In August, KO announced a new song titled Too Much featuring Nasty C, set to drop on August 15, 2025. However, something interesting caught the attention. Nasty C's verse contained lyrics that many believe were taking shots at Usimamane. This move seemed deliberately, as it keeps Usimamane's name buzzing on the streets, with news outlets picking up the story. Although the song was released months later, I put on the true, I've been locked in the stew. I'm a dad to you, boo. I'm a father to you. Better open up doors and walk niggas through. You got hot from one song, now you got out of the blue. Niggas lost in the gravy, niggas lost in the soup. How many niggas took the bite that the Jew couldn't chew? I'm the one that put the city on the map. Who are you? News media outlets, already closely tied to Gamma Records, quickly crafted the narrative that Nasty C was dissing Usimamane, and others followed the suit. However, it's important to understand that Usimamane's name was already trending negatively on social media, with people accusing him of copying Nasty C and Blakey from his flow to his sound. During September, Usimamane's name is still on everyone's lips. On September 13, he drops his album, and on the same day, Aries makes a surprise drop with his project titled Kill the King, the Mixtape. Let's be honest, Aries is not the type of guy to be paid to diss, but that's exactly what happened during his ambitious entertainment deal, because back then he was allegedly paid to diss, so it's possible he may have been paid to drop the project on the same day as Usimamane. During the first few days, Aries' project was doing pretty good, but a week later, Usimamane dethroned Aries, and that was a huge achievement for Usimamane. This outcome seemed to align with his plan, judging from a WhatsApp status which was already circulating back in March and February. On October 31st, Usimamane goes live with Rick Ross on Instagram.
Where you at right now?
Thanks, I got the bottles.
Oh man, Bumble Rum, number one rum in the game. I see that Bel Air, baby. I see that Bel Air.
I got one right here.
Oh, you know we gonna hold them up, man.
For sure.
Time for all the hustlers around the world, hold your bottles up in the sky, and it gotta be Bel Air.
Yes, sir.
And it gotta be
On
Bumble.
November 1st, Usimamane drops a deluxe, which include a diss track titled 2 AM in Dubai, aimed at Aries. The lines goes as follows. They can hate me how they like, but on them charts I double down. Niggas talking about boats, they try talking about my sound. They were sitting at number 1. Where the fuck they are sitting now? They can always run their mouth. During all of his release, Usimamane's team executed Americans know what it is. Came up trying in prayers for a cosign. Now I don't do that shit. None of them niggas better than this, and half of them guys aren't really that big. And I am promoting buckles just to get on a live with Drake. Aries' lines seem to hit hard, but Usimamane respond with a picture of Aries holding the same buckle. Caption, Uvalo Dololo. Despite the back and forth, Usimamane later claims on Sliqua on Live he doesn't have a beef with Aries.
Speaking, bro, I am a fan, but I just don't like how his supporters always come at me, you know. It was so crazy, but I don't think I'll ever diss him. I'm still a fan even now, even though they don't think I am a fan. Still bump him. I couldn't even bump his album because like I dropped the same day, so there was that feud. But I started.
Since we have already mentioned the events surrounding Usimamane's rise to fame, it's clear that a plan operated by Gamer Music Group promoted his career. Gamer Music Group is known for creating industry-plant artists who seemingly blow out of the blue due to the strategic promotion and manipulation motivation. An industry plan refers to an artist who appears to achieve success naturally but is actually heavily promoted and manipulated by their record label or management team. Considering Usimamane of money in the music industry plays a huge role in shaping those narratives. For instance, let's say you are an artist like Blakey and someone offers you a 30,000 to drop a freestyle with a specific lines that seem to take shot at a particular artist. You don't even need to mention the artist's name, just include the lines in your freestyle. Why will an artist deny such a deal? You still own the song and whatever revenue it generates belongs to you. After you record the freestyle, Game Music Group will then partner with a few well-known media outlets, typically 3 to 4, to pick credited for writing one of the songs on Usimamane's project, which shows their collaboration went beyond just a beef narrative. Usimamane seemed pretty sure that Blakey was dissing him, particularly after Blakey's GMG freestyle. However, Blakey later dropped a statement saying he doesn't have a beef with Usimamane. The way Usimamane replied to Instagram questions and interviews, showing he was 100% sure about Blakey's intention, raises concern that he was told by his team that the beef was planned. Such replies suggest that the narrative was manufactured for the media to pick up the story. It's indeed very crazy and stupid. NSTC and Aries are among the biggest in the industry. It doesn't make sense that they will react to a simple status from a newcomer artist without some underlying motivation. Clearly, there's more to the story, and money seems to be changing hands. Now it's up to you to decide, is Usimamane an industry plant or not? Honestly, it doesn't even matter. If the music is fire, who questioned the recipe? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like if you still listen to Usimamane and think he's the greatest artist. Subscribe if you believe he's an industry plant. Comment if this video changed your perspective, and double click the dislike button if you have ever kissed Usimamane. See you in the next one.